the glorious stadium, the Marion Rose Arena. This is the DeWalt FIM Speedway Grand Prix of Poland, of course. It's round number 10, the final round with everything to race for tonight. All the medals, the top 6, who's going to be in, who's going to be out. Tomorrow they make the decisions on wild cards. Keep up to date on the Speedway app. So that's where you can get all the latest news. Please get involved. So Scotty's working really hard for us down in the pits. He's going to be joined by Fast Freddie Lindgren.
Freddie Lindgren. Freddie, we had a chat before the meeting and you said you like to keep yourself in kind of quite a calm, quite a mellow place. Do not tell me you didn't come in fired up after that last one.
No, I was pretty fired up, yeah. I was, and no, it was not much gap there on the outside and I had to go on the fence a bit, but it was worth it and I got a well-needed heat win.
You did. I think they're going to charge you for the bit of fence you took with you afterwards, but it was a great race. It just shows how much you want to go for that title. I mean, you've been given an opportunity to be world champion and you're certainly grabbing it with both hands.
Well, I'm just going to give it everything that I have and, you know, we'll see where we end up, but no, I'm not going to give away the title, so I'm going to keep fighting.
Mate, you're always fighting. Sometimes commentators across the world say you do it the hard way. You certainly did, but you put everything in every race.
Yeah, but I hope now I'm going to gate good.
Yeah, well, let's hope you've got the trap and gloves on, and good luck for the rest of the night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, Freddie's got the inside gate in heat number 20, and with 10 wins already there after 16 heats, he's got every chance of finishing with 2 race victories, which will see him nicely through to the semi-finals. And that battle for gold and the World Championship will continue on into the semi-finals. We'll take a look at the standings once again after 4 rides each. 16 races completed. Vasilik out in front on 10, Smarslik on 9, Leon Madsen and Jack Holder, Freddie Lindgren, Max Frick on 8, Jason Doyle on 7 and Robert Lambert on 6. He's just ahead of Patrick Dudek, who's also got 6. Dan Bewley, as I say, does have an outside chance, but must win heat number 18 if he has any chance, I believe, of making the top 8 tonight. He can do it, but right now the main protagonists are all involved. They're right there, hanging tough. The tension beginning to rise here in Torun. You can just sense there's a little bit of calm out there while the track grading's going on. But I tell you what, the nerves are beginning to jangle as we get to the conclusion of round number 10, Chris. Well, it really is tense times.
When you see what riders are prepared to do, like Freddie Lindgren, he said, I had to ride into the fence. He wasn't joking, was he? He took half of it with him.
No, that wasn't just a joke with Scotty. He had to do it. It was tight and total commitment shown, and it paid off for him. Won his first race of the evening. Martin Vasilik there just preparing himself for his last ride prior to the semi-finals. He's got gate 3, not easy at all, but Martin's riding so well. He picked up a couple of points out of gate 3 earlier on tonight, so 2 points here will do him nicely, very nicely. Lebedev's possibly in the box heat off the inside.
Yeah, he's had a couple of second places, Martin, in his last 2 rides, so he'll just want to get back to winning ways before that semi-final, I'm sure.
Yep, and he's more than capable. Jason Doyle going along. Jason Doyle now on 7. So, but he hasn't had a race victory, so this would be very timely if he was managed to pick up his first race win of the night off gate number 4. That will see him in the semi-finals. A second place probably will be enough, even if he doesn't win a race. That might just see him through as well. He's
had gate 3 twice as well, so he's certainly been up against it.
Yeah, he hasn't had a great draw tonight. Hasn't panned out well, but fighting spirit burned strong in the Australian.
Always.
Yes, everywhere he rides. Busy chap, and a huge week coming up for him as well, with the playoffs taking place in Britain this week coming up between the Ipswich Witches and the Sheffield Tigers. Martin Vasilik. What a season he's had. Just a couple of blips, but 2 Grand Prix victories this year. Searching for his first Grand Prix World Championship medal. 33 years of age, improving year on year. He's been injury-free. Injuries have held him back in the past. Otherwise, he may have had a medal earlier on. But you just sense he's coming into his own, to his peak, as it were. Riders do develop at different paces. Some are fabulous in their early 20s. Others really do develop and produce the business when they're in their 30s. Ross, just overseeing the track grading prior to these last 4 qualification races for the semi-finals. As I say, it's just a little bit of a calm before the storm now, isn't it? Because, as I say, riders like Dan Bewley desperate to make the semi-finals, but the main protagonists for this championship are all doing enough. They're all hanging in there. They're all slipping up a little bit. Even Smarslik, who's looked fabulous at times, and then all of a sudden has looked very vulnerable as well.
Yeah, but he still sits in second place on the night as we stand. So we say it so often, you know, he looks vulnerable, he's not doing everything right. Oh, well, he's in second place.
He finds a way. He does indeed. As I say, 9 points from his first 4 rides. It's okay, just dropped 3. Nobody being able to go through the card. So riders now released for heat number 17, their 5th race of the evening. Here we go. Martin Vasilik here coming out, searching for that bronze medal. As I say, the riders behind him can't get there now because 6 points are already in the bag for Martin Vasilik as a consequence of getting this far. So riders like Robert Lambert, Dan Bewley and Leon Madsen cannot overhaul him. They did have an outside chance of getting a medal, but that's been put to bed now. Riders approaching the tapes. What can happen here? Dudek also has a chance here, you know. He's going along nicely, Dudek, tonight. Much better performance from him. He sits on 7 points. So he'll be looking for a point or 2 here as well, as a minimum, to see himself through. Here at home, he'll want to finish. I sense his Grand Prix career is in doubt, grave doubt. Line up for heat 17 then. Andrei Lebedev's off the inside. He's got the red helmet colour. 6 points for Patrick Dudek, excuse me. He goes from gate number 2 in blue. Gate number 3 in white is Martin Vasilik, and Jason Doyle off the outside with 7 points. As I say, Patrick Dudek has looked livelier tonight.
Much livelier, yeah, he's in the mix, but you've got to suggest that he probably needs a race with here, possibly a second will do him.
Possibly. So we'll see how that pans out. Not quite sure how many points Patrick Dudek has got, you know.
I believe he's got 6.
Yeah. Put him down as 7. There was some confusion over that race where we didn't get a result, so I'm not quite sure, you know. I think he finished 3rd there in that race. Leon Madsen was at the back, so I don't know if that's caused some confusion. But anyway, he's searching for points. He wants to make the semi-finals. Here we go then. You may well be right, Christopher. Your maths is better than mine. Here we go. Tapes are up. He turned left hard there, Jason.
Yeah.
And as a consequence, he clashed with Martin Vasilik on the entrance to the first corner there. Interesting to see which way the referee sees that. Did come across hard there.
He did. I mean, it was sort of a classic case of possible all 4 back. It was a very tight first turn, but you rightly say, he did look for a cutback and come back across.
I think Martin's okay. He's just taken a bit of a barrel road there going into the first corner. It was a tough one. Let's see it again now.
Yep, Lebedev jumps clear off the inside. Great start from him. Doyle makes a good start from 4. Rides across because he wants to get to the inside. Doesn't want to be left vulnerable after the track grade on the outside. There, he's forceful, comes across.
Ooh.
For me, it's all 4 back. It's just a very tight first turn. But referee may well, of course, read it differently. And it's not what Martin Vasilik wanted heading into the semi-finals. Of course, he's there already. And he just wasn't expecting Jason Doyle to commit to coming across quite that soon. He goes down. I mean, the actual initial contact does pull the bike from him a little bit. It goes down fairly easily.
He's okay.
Yeah,
I don't see that being a problem.
Yeah.
I think it's just whether... Yeah, we've had it confirmed it's all 4 back. So Jason Doyle often gets the wrong end of the stick at times. It was a brutal move, though, I've got to say. He really did chop back. He took a chance. He's got away with it there, but they're going to all come back. Martin Vasilik could be hoping that bike is okay, though.
Yeah, it's been pretty good for him tonight.
It has. He won't want to change it now. If it's a bit twisted and bent, which they can be, Speedway bikes are not that robust. They're quite flexible, and when they barrel roll down the track like that, they can twist. So good to see Martin on his way back to the pits. Phil Morris will keep an eye on now and give him the appropriate amount of time before the referee puts the 2 minutes on for the countdown for the restart for heat number 17. Not what Martin Vasilik wanted, really, was it?
No, not at all.
So Mark Seabright there alongside a long-time partner and mechanic for Jason Doyle. They work very closely together in the UK, and he comes to all the Grand Prix as well. Former world champion Chris Holder in there, just keeping an eye on what's going on as well. Probably as a consequence, he's working with Jack Holder, his brother.
So I will make things shorter for you, okay? I expect you to be ready with the bike, not the jet.
What's going on? Phil Morris just making his...
making it clear that they've got time to turn the edge and repair the bike, but they also want to make some technical changes to the carburation, and Phil making it very clear that he wouldn't give them extra time for that.
Yep, so probably the right call. So furious work going on in Martin Vasilik's pit area. All hands on deck there.
So we're going now about 10 seconds.
So we can hear now
about
the 2
10
minutes
seconds and we'll
will
go.
be coming on in 10 seconds time.
About 10 seconds and we go.
Communicate with Jesper Steentoft and then instruct him to get the countdown going on. Jason Doyle, who was very keen to get to the inside there, and as a consequence just the clash going into the first corner.
I've got to say, if the opportunity arises, he will do exactly the same again.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to put the 2 minutes on now. Yeah, it's done, it's done. Methanol's done. Okay, ref, if I can have 2 minutes, please. Okay, the 2 minutes is on. 2 minutes is on.
So the clock is running down now. Less than 2 minutes for all four riders to get back to tapes for the restart of heat number 17. Martin Vasilik there, you can just see a bit of maturity there, not panicking, just making his point clear. Wanted to make sure there was fuel in the bike. They don't run very well on fresh air. We've all experienced that. It can be very frustrating indeed.
This is still an important race from, we said it earlier, it's one thing being in the semis, but the way the gate stats are, with gate 1 being an advantage, gate 3 being a huge disadvantage, he will still want to have a decent, possibly first pick in the semi-finals.
And he has every chance of doing so.
1 minute 30.
It's got time. It's got time. They haven't rushed. Sure, let's hope they've made sure that they've got that bike properly back in shape for the rerun. Lebedev's is a danger man here. He made a good start. Gate number 1 tonight has been the best gate, comfortably the best gate. Back to Dudek looking for points as well. Dudek, as you rightly say, is on 6 points. 7, as I said. He didn't score in his second ride. And as a consequence, needs a couple of points here at the minimum, I would suggest, to make sure of a semi-final place. But gate 2 got a chance, but Lebedev is in a danger. Puts himself about. Not frightened at all to get involved in Speedway at all. In truth, Andrei Lebedev has not disgraced himself at all in Grand Prix with the opportunities that he's had. There he is. A little bit of a clutch adjustment there. That's what they're doing there. They've got an adjuster on the clutch lever. They can just get that free play. The clutches get hot quite quickly, and the free play can be taken up quite quickly. So here we go then. Second time of asking. Heat number 17. What's going to happen this time? Don't take your eyes off of it. Here we go. Table was well and truly slammed shut there. Dudek, he ran in the back of Dudek this time.
I did say he would go for the same move again. He wasn't shy.
It's not working. So may have to have a different game plan. So Jason Doyle on the deck this time, so we'll have to have another restart. Heat 17 taking some time here this evening. They can't get around the first corner. He's okay, good to see. But once again, he's looking for a way to cut back to the inside. He's looked to the left, but there's no room at the end.
Yeah. I've got to say, Dudek hasn't done anything wrong. It is definitely a move from Jason. He's looked to go through a gap that, unfortunately for him, wasn't there at the time he went to go through it. And he's just collected the back wheel as he's come across of Patrick Dudek. Second time of asking, I would say that there's a risk that Jason Doyle could be excluded.
Jesper
It's certainly a
Steentoft.
case for all four back again, but, you know, Jason has made a decision to come back.
It is all four riders back. So no exclusion, and as a consequence of it being early in the first corner, Jesper Steentoft has deemed that first corner bunching. And,
I think it's the right decision,
okay.
but there was a risk there.
Yeah, I think he's So while we've got this slight delay, so we'll get some reaction down in the pit area. Scotty's down there, and he's going to be joined by the injured Anders Thompson.
Anders Thompson joins me. Anders, my God, it's a bit cut and thrust out there tonight.
Wow, what a race. It's so excited, you know, about the top, and yeah, it's an amazing race so far.
Yeah, you're obviously, I know you'd love to be out there, but can you see and feel the tension between the riders and what's at stake in the pits tonight?
Absolutely, and I know exactly how Bartek is feeling right now in his home country. But yeah, my emotion is the same big. If I'm not racing, I'm racing.
Okay, and can you just give us a little bit of an update on the injury? How are things going?
Yeah, for sure. It's getting better, but slowly. You know, it's taking a long time when you have some problem with the ligaments. But I will have my mittal out 9th of October, so can't wait for that.
And then what's the plan after that?
Actually, my plan was I want to have a spin on the bike this year, but yeah, we will see.
So you have to just stick to the fishing for a little bit, and then the bike will come later.
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight, obviously it's unfortunate what happened to Bartosz in Voyens, but it's obviously opened a championship ride up. Who are you picking for the win?
Yeah, I take Bartek.
Yeah, he's got it, isn't he? And on his home soil. I mean, the rumours were that he's been struggling a little bit with the setups. He's not been happy with his engines, etc. But tonight, I wish I was unhappy with my stuff and be that quick.
Yeah, I wish the same, mate.
Gentlemen, well, thanks for chatting to us, Anders, and all the best for recovery.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, good to see Anders Thompson here. Always a smile on his face. He's had a couple of bad injuries in the last 2 seasons. Broke his leg last year, which held him back, and that nasty accident that he had in Riga. Clearly a complicated break, but in truth, it could have been an awful lot worse. It was a dramatic crash he sustained there. But riders now just been given the appropriate amount of time now by Phil Morris to prepare themselves for the 3rd time of asking for heat number 17.
If we can have 2 minutes, please.
Andre Lebedev's is already on his way out. 2 minutes clock is on the countdown for all 4 riders for the 2nd time coming back, or the 3rd time coming back to the tapes. Lebedev's the first man to appear. He's got the inside gate here, and he wants to try and take full advantage of that, but Jason Doyle clearly very keen to chop back, not prepared to run up high and wide. And your thoughts on that, Chris? You'd feel that with the track being freshly prepared, he doesn't feel confident to go around the outside.
No, there was a lot of work done on the track before this block of races, and a lot of the dirt has been brought down, so the advantage on the outside has been taken away a little bit. Of course, it will come back towards the end of this block of racing, but no, I think Jason's just desperate to get back to the inside, consolidate a 2nd place possibly if he doesn't get there in front. He just hasn't been able to run right across. It's a long way from gate 4. Gate 4 not working great. Of course, it's a lot better than 3.
Indeed it is. So, riders coming up to get heat number 17 back underway. As I say, Martin Vasilek and Jason Doyle both been on the backsides in the 1st corner. Can we get round the 1st turn this time? Let's hope so. The Grand Prix has rather stalled somewhat after the track grading between 16 and 17, and this is the 3rd time of asking. The lineup for you, I think you know it. Lebedev's on the inside, Patrick Dudek, gate number 2, Martin Vasilek, gate number 3, and gate number 4 is Jason Doyle. Here we go. Big race. Very big race. Andre Lebedev's.
4 points.
4 points. Well, a race win.
Unlikely to get in there, but not impossible.
Not impossible. We've seen it done before. He is in the box seat. He's been away a couple of times, actually, so we'll be hoping.
He made the start from the inside in Heat 1, got passed by Robert Lambert.
He did indeed. Here we go then. 3rd time of asking. Heat 17. Tapes coming through into 3rd place. Bewley hits the front. Here comes Robert Lambert pushing up the inside. Becker's come around the outside. Lambert's having to respond. Slams the door shut. Becker having to elect to go back to the inside. Bewley now under a lot of pressure from Robert Lambert, but the inside gate has worked again for him.
Yeah, and this is putting Max Frick under pressure now, because these two would have 2 race wins on 8 points, so that would take them ahead of Max Frick.
Oh, Robert Lambert's got a lot of speed. Robert Lambert's quicker than Bewley. Robert Lambert coming on strong in second place. Bewley has to win the race, you believe. He's on 5 points, needs to win it, but Robert Lambert hunting him down in second place. This is a tight battle between the two British riders. Down the back straight for the final time. Lambert now. Lambert round the outside. He's got lots of speed. Robert Lambert, what a smashing ride from him. Steals the win away from Dan Bewley. Stunning stuff from Lambert. He's had an up and down night. He had an engine failure. Then he had to change his bike. Didn't score a point. Wins his last 2 rides. Smashing effort from Robert Lambert. Dan Bewley must have felt he had every chance there. But Lambert denies it. Robert Lambert 3 points out in front. Dan Bewley back in second place, 2 points. Luke Becker picks up a point in third place, and Max Frick misses out in heat number 18. Position now, Martin Vasek still out in front on 10 points. Robert Lambert moving on to 9. How he's turned his night around, brilliant. Bartosz Smarslik with a race to come, Madsen the same. Jack Holder, back to Dudek there on 8, Frick on 8. It's awfully tight. Here we go again, heat 18, stunning stuff.
Yeah, all going on here. Dan Bewley done everything right, makes a great reaction, gets the bike to the first turn, gets around the inside, Robert Lambert giving chase. And, well, it's heartbreak in the end for Dan Bewley because 7 points, don't believe is going to be enough for him. But Robert Lambert all race long looked like he had the extra speed, just couldn't make it count, and then he switched his allegiance to the outside. Actually, Dan Bewley got defensive. That was probably his mistake. He went around the inside, gave the room and the grip to Robert Lambert, and he took full advantage of that.
Smashing ride from Robert Lambert, who's had a tough night, but has come through in flying colours there and puts himself into the semi-final. Reaction tells you everything. Delighted with it. And to do it coming off the last corner like that, no better feeling for a Speedway rider. His dad there, Paul, alongside him. He'll be chuffed as bits, proud as punch, I'm sure. Heat number 19 then. Bartosz Smarslik out again here, up against Leon Madsen. Ooh, tough race indeed. Smarslik with the blue helmet colour on. On gate 2. Line up for you. Kim Nielsen on the inside in red. Bartosz Smarslik has changed his bike here, coming out of gate number 2 in blue. Leon Madsen, gate number 3 in white, and Dominic Kubera off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Smarslik sits on 9 points. He'll be searching for another race victory here. Max Frick denied him a race victory last time with a defensive ride. Smarslik couldn't find a way through. Can he do the business? Can he get the better of Kim Nielsen? Kim Nielsen's having a tough night.
Kubera needs a race win here.
Can he do it that from the outside? Here we go. Nielsen's made a smashing start. So Smarslik elects to go to the middle of the track. He's very vulnerable there, and he's gone to the back. Comes through into third place. Leon Madsen up the inside. Smarslik now electing to go wide in turns 3 and 4. Comes charging round the outside of the Danish rider. Kim Nielsen out of shape. Smarslik up the inside. Nielsen just about hanging on, but here comes Smarslik down the back straight. Awfully tight. Smarslik's got this. He now surges to the front. What a ride from Smarslik. Had to work overtime. Going to move on to 12 points if he can hang on out in front.
Yeah, he actually said to work overtime, and it was such a calculated move. He knew exactly what he was doing as he ran up the inside of Kim Nielsen quite forcefully. Kim, in the end, just conceding defeat, but Smarslik is going to move on to 12 points.
Kubera out the back, trying to get the better of Leon Madsen. Madsen now having to slam the door shut. Kubera up the inside. He's trying to steal third place, but out in front, the championship leader doing the business in his final qualifying race before the semi-finals. He's doing what he needs to do. Another race victory. That's his third on the evening. And he completes his qualifying races on 12 points. And more than likely, that will give him a very good draw for the semi-finals. 3 points then for Bartosz Smarslik. Had to do it the hard way. Kim Nielsen in second place made him work hard. Leon Madsen back in third place, 1 point for him. And Dominic Kubera's night is over. Smarslik leads the World Championship, and he leads the Grand Prix as well on 12 points. Martin Vasek on 10, Robert Lambert on 9, so is Leon Madsen. Jack Holder 8, with a race to come. Patrick Dudek on 8. It's tight. Bartosz Smarslik.
Oh,
outside there. Down the back straight, Freddie Lingman trying to slam the door shot. Look at Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg's going to hit the front. Brilliant ride from the German. Jack Holder now slipping back into second place. Don't rule out Lingman though. Lingman's going to wind it on in third place. Brilliant speedway once again.
Yeah, brilliant move from Kai Hülkenberg. He's looked fast all night, and it was a great move. Freddie Lingman now around the outside of Jack Holder.
Brilliant.
Man on a mission, brilliant ride from him. He wants to go into the semi-finals with a bit of confidence in himself and his bike, but meanwhile, Kai Hülkenberg really going away with this one.
Indeed he is. Smashing effort once again from Freddie Lingman to get the better of Jack Holder. Holder needs more speed. He's got beaten up there out the back, but for him, he's hanging on there. He's going to have the semi-finals, but Kai Hülkenberg, 2 race wins on the night and in fine style, can't quite believe it. Freddie Lingman, well, classic Freddie Lingman there, having to pull out all the stops and comes through with a really vital second place there. And that will move him on to double figures tonight as a consequence of that second place. Hanging tough, Freddie Lingman. Kai Hülkenberg with 3 points. Freddie Lingman back in second place, 2 points. Jack Holder, 1 point in third place, and Mikael Mikkelsen misses out. Heat number 20, brilliant speedway. Smarslik leads the Grand Prix. Martin Vaslik on 10, likewise Freddie. Robert Lambert on 9, so is Leon Madsen. Jack Holder on 9, Patrick Dudek on 8, Max Frick on 8. And Jason Doyle misses out as a consequence of not winning a race tonight. So there's your top 8. They are your semi-finalists in this vital round 10 here in the Marion Rose Arena.
Download the new FIM Speedway app and be part of a new era. Follow closely all the action with timing, results and telemetric data for an enhanced live experience. Get all the latest news and stats on your favourite riders in the Speedway GP World Title race. Take your FIM Speedway experience to the next level.
Who said electricity can't be adventurous? Who said adventure needs time to recharge? All new Nissan X-Trail with e-Power and e-Force all-wheel drive. A unique electrified experience, unplugged.
Currys, we go beyond expectations. Try our new range of LG washing machines. Upgrade to an A-rated large capacity 10-kilo model for $479 and save on your energy bills. A beautiful home deserves a beautiful TV. The Samsung Frame TV. A smart TV when it's on, art when it's off. Get 10% off Samsung Frame TVs. Plus, claim up to £500 cashback from Samsung. At Currys.
Yeah.
So semi-final time. Phil Morris just having a sneaky look at the track. We will move down to the pit area reasonably shortly, where we will see the all-important draw. Bartosz Zmarzlik is sitting pretty. Gate number 1 has been an advantage tonight. I would be very surprised if he doesn't go there. He'll get the first pick for the semi-finals. He's doing what he needed to do. He has coped with the pressure, but there's no question Freddie is certainly hanging tough, Chris. He's not allowing, he's not giving it up. He's keeping Bartosz Zmarzlik up to his work.
Yeah, he's a tough character. He will know that, it's all down to the semi-finals now. He's just got to hang in there, and he's been carving it out all night.
So we see the gate success here this evening. 11 wins from the inside, 4 from gate number 2, nothing out of gate number 3, and 5 race wins from the outside. The track is graded now, but it isn't graded again. This is the last time we'll see the tractors out there doing their stuff. 3 races to go to determine pretty much everything. 49 points scored from the inside, 25 out of gate number 2, 16 points scored from gate 3, 30 points from the outside. So that gives you an indication of how fruitful the inside gate has been. As I say, that's why it was so important for the main protagonists to keep pushing on to try and avoid gate 3, if at all possible.
First pick for Martin Vacolic, second pick for Freddie Lindgren, third pick for Leon Madsen, and fourth pick
so we wait patiently now for the draw for the semi-final.
Who's conducting the draw, please?
Czekamy na wybór pól startowych, czekamy na wybór kolorów kasków w wyścigach półfinałowych. Najpierw wyścig półfinałowy pierwszy, będą wybierać w kolejności Bartosz Zmarzlik, Robert Lambert,
tense times now in the pit area.
Patryk Dudek.
While we wait for the all-important semi-finals, as I say, the guys racing for the top 3 in the world, none of them have missed out.
Who's conducting the draw, please? Thank you.
So we'll be moving down to Scotty Nichols very soon to conduct the draw for the all-important semi-finals. 3 races to go for this World Championship to be wrapped up. So we can go down there now, where Scotty is ready for us.
Yeah, gate choice for semi-final 1. First choice is Bartosz Zmarzlik. Bartosz, please select your gate. Bartosz straight off the bat takes red, gate 1. Next up is Robert Lambert. Robert, please select your gate. Robert Lambert selects gate 2, blue. Next up is Jack Holder. Jack, please select your gate. Jack Holder selects 4, yellow. And last up is Patrick Dudek. Patrick, please slide into gate 3 in white.
Line up for semi-final 1. Zmarzlik off the inside, gate number 2 for Robert Lambert. Patrick Dudek, gate number 3, and Jack Holder goes from the outside.
Gate choice for semi-final 2. First up is Martin Vacolic. No hesitation, Martin goes for gate 1, red. Next up is Freddie Lindgren. Freddie, please select your gate. Freddie Lindgren selects gate 2 in blue. Next up is Leon Madsen. Leon, please select your gate. Leon selects gate 4, yellow. And last up is Max Frick. Max, please take your gate in gate 3, white.
And there we go then. Martin Vacolic off the inside in red. Gate number 2 is Freddie Lindgren. Gate number 3 is Max Frick, and Leon Madsen will go from gate number 4. Semi-final number 2. 6 points is the lead for Bartosz Zmarzlik coming into the semi-finals. That's his lead in the World Championship. These are tense times. Zmarzlik misses out. Freddie Lindgren makes it. The championship could be his if it goes to the final. If Freddie Lindgren wins and Bartosz Marzik finishes fourth, we will see a runoff. How tense would that be?
Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Unbelievable. And then when you consider the position between Holder and Martin Vasilik, I would sense Martin Vasilik off the inside gate. Slight advantage there. Got out of jail a bit, failed to score in his last race, but still got first pick in the semi-final, number 2. So no hesitation. These boys knew exactly what they were up to. The inside gate has been the number 1 gate.
So it's a Smarslik, Lindgren, Holder, Vasilik final.
Well, if it
Wouldn't
is,
that be good?
that would be a shootout for the top 3 in the world. Wow, what a way to complete the night. This man has done it. He's got a 6-point lead. Doesn't have to win it, of course, if Freddie is in the final with him. If he finishes third and Freddie wins, then it's his. As long as he finishes in front of Freddie Lindgren, then he's going to be world champion for the 4th time, consecutive years as well. He's the reigning champion. He was DQ'd 2 weeks ago. Had a 24-point lead going into Voyance. Everybody expecting him to do the business there. Wasn't to be. So we've had drama here tonight in Torun. It's been brilliant. I do hope you've enjoyed it back at home as well. 3 races to go to complete the season. Whose night is it going to be?
There's no question that Smarslik deserves this. He had a 24-point lead going into Voyance, and you know that the disqualification was so unfortunate for him. But it's going to come down to these 2 semi-finals, possibly the final.
Indeed. Not too much longer to wait now. As I say, there's a hush over the crowd. Really is. They all know what's at stake here. Brilliant racetrack, superb venue as always here. The weather's behaved as well. It's been actually unseasonably warm here at this time of year. Normally it's freezing cold. It's a little chillier today. Yesterday was a gorgeous day, but today was probably more like what we normally experience here. But nonetheless, here we go. These are the vital moments. Who's going to hold their nerve? Who's going to keep it all together? Smarslik's been there, got the T-shirt, a 3-time world champion, looking to add to that tonight. He's ridden strongly. Of course, he must have been bitterly disappointed. It must have taken him a while to get over what happened in Voyance a couple of weeks ago, but he's responded in fantastic style here tonight. Hasn't made every start. He's had to work hard at times, but managed to finish on 12 points, a good return. Dudek's had a much better Grand Prix as well. Holder looking for a bronze medal. He's done so very well. And Robert Lambert, who had 2 last places in the middle part of the meeting. What a turnaround of events that is. As I say, he's looking for his first Grand Prix win. He's going to secure a top 6 points place. He's on 97 points coming into tonight. Bewley's out of it. Madsen, he's in the next one. Doyle can't get there. He's not in the semis, so every chance of Robert Lambert being a Grand Prix rider in 2024, that's for sure. So here we go. Riders just doing their business on the start, making sure they're happy from where they're going to start from. Track's a little bit worn out now, less choice in lots of regard. Smarslik just making sure he's happy. Line up then for semi-final number 1. Smarslik's on the inside in the red helmet colour. Robert Lambert comes out of gate number 2 in blue. Patrick Dudek, gate number 3 in white. Jack Holder off the outside. Lacked speed last time. He's got the yellow helmet colour on. Holder will be looking to generate plenty of speed this time. Around the outside, a freshly prepared track. Will he look to swoop round the outside? Will he chop back to the inside? These are the moments. Here we go.
Dudek at this point, of course, is out of the semi-finals in 3rd place. Lambert looking to go around the outside of Smarslik, but Dudek had other ideas, creeping around the inside, front wheel just touching the curb there. Great ride from Dudek, but Smarslik is in that final. He knows a top 3 place. Any place on the podium would do it for him.
Yeah, and he's going to have a good pick for the final, and that is definitely a huge advantage in the context of the championship. Smarslik has laid down the gauntlet for Freddie Lindgren, who comes out of gate 2 in the next race. We are seeing why he's a 3-time world champion, Bartosz Smarslik. Huge amounts of pressure, everything to lose here tonight, everything to lose, and he has coped admirably. Brilliant. Pressure on this man now. Has to make the final, simply has to. And then if he makes the final, pretty much is going to have to win it if he wants to be world champion for the first time.
Well, he's going to have to win it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's got to win it.
He's got to win it. And if Smarslik were to finish fourth, then we'd see a runoff. Crikey, can we cope? So semi-final number 2, riders are out on track. Fabulous scenes here in Torun tonight. Martin Vasilik with a great opportunity to get a World Championship medal for the first time. Really is, with gate number 1. Holder just seemed to lack some speed in the latter races, and it was evident there once again. We've seen Jack on many occasions really round up the opposition. Wasn't the case this evening. Just slipped out of the pictures there. Tense times here. Riders coming forward. Polish fans making their feelings known here. Probably towards Freddie Lindgren. Here we go then. Martin Vasilik off the inside in red. Fredrik Lindgren, gate number 2 in blue. Max Frick out of gate number 3 in white. And Leon Madsen off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. He could be a spoiler, Leon Madsen here.
Another one who's lost his way throughout the meeting, though. 1 point from his last 2 rides.
Yes, spot on. Yeah, faded away. He had a great start with 8 points from 3 and then just 1 point from the next 2. This man has worked so hard. He's had a tough time in the last few years with illness, but pretty much back to full fitness this year. And looks like, well, he's definitely going to get a silver medal. Got to believe that, and there's no doubt. But really and truthfully, right now, he wants gold, but he's up against it. Smarslik is there. He's going to have the pick for the final as well. As you rightly say, Chris, simply has to make the final, and then just the small measure of having to win the final as well. So there we are. First or second here, will do it, and he'll be through. Semi-final number 2, penultimate race of the evening. It's been a great night of Speedway. Here we go then. Tapes up now. Lindgren's made a fantastic start out of gate number 2. Superb stuff from him. Vasilik now being swallowed up by Leon Madsen. Oh my goodness, and Vasilik has gone to the back. Can you believe that? Freddie Lindgren though, superb out of gate number 2. Leon Madsen coming through into second place. Now Max Frick. Oh, he's under pressure now. Martin Vasilik's got an awful lot of work to do if he wants to make the final. And I say third place is going to be vital for Martin Vasilik if he wants third in the world. Freddie Lindgren in front.
Freddie Lindgren, if he can replicate that sort of start in the final, I tell you what, he's got an absolutely great chance. He's got speed here too. Madsen seems to have got it back together. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there, but I can't see that Martin Vasilik is going to be able to reel him in. Of course, third place will do it for him.
Yeah.
In terms of the bronze medal.
So tense times here. One last blast down the back straight. Freddie Lindgren, a fabulous ride from Fast Freddie when he really needed it. Oh, he's got some character, that man, hasn't he? What a start he produced from gate 2. Gate 1 has been the place to be. Martin Vasilik celebrates. He knows what that means. His first World Championship medal. Many congratulations to him. But now it's all about gold and silver in the final. Fast Freddie Lindgren's through. He's in there. Leon Madsen around the outside. Fabulous ride from Leon Madsen. And as we said just a few moments ago, Martin Vasilik finishes third in the World Championship in 2023. Terrific.
Yeah, made up for Martin Vasilik, one of the gentlemen of the line-up in the World Championship. His team there, smiles all round, deservedly so. And come on, you're going to need a few more fellas to lift him up, but no, great result for him. But Fredrik Lindgren, as you say, what a gritty performer he is.
It's just incredible. He never knows when he's beat. He's had to take some chances tonight, but this is just a stunning, stunning start from gate 2.
Actually a perfect start. He does everything right. He reacts first. The bike just goes to the corner, doesn't go up in the air. It's absolutely spot on. Leon Madsen, great first turn from him coming from gate 4. Can never rule him out. He'll be doing everything he can just to find a little bit more performance. Didn't really get dropped by Freddie, but I tell you, I've got a feeling Freddie Lindgren's going to be off gate 2 again. He'd be very happy with that.
So, brilliant performance from Freddie Lindgren there. He's taking it to the wire here in Torun. It's going to go down to the very final race. Fantastic, fantastic scenes. So let's get some reaction now with Scotty Nichols, and Martin Vasilik, third in the world, is with him.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly grab Martin Vasilik. Martin's obviously celebrating with his camp. Hugo and Martin, that's got to be probably the I'm not sure who's happier, him or the lady that's just walked in, but... So, Martin, it's got to be the most important and the best third place I think you've had in your life.
Oh, yeah, man.
That last race, I mean, sorry.
It was. I don't even know what to say right now. It's an amazing feeling. I'm so pleased. I'm very happy. First medal for me in my life in the Speedway Grand Prix Series. First medal for my country, for Slovakia. I'm just so happy right now. Sorry, I don't know what to say more. Thank you for all my team, all my mechanics, all my sponsors, all my fans, my family, of course, everybody who support me, and I'm so happy right now. Thank you very much.
It's a huge result. I can see what it means to you, but there's an awful lot of pressure going into that semi-final. What were you feeling on the start line?
Mate, what to say? It was the toughest semi-final in my life. So yeah, but I'm so happy. Thank you very much, all the people around the stadium. Maybe in Polish. Dziękuję bardzo wszystkim kibicom. Jesteście świetni, że taką kulisę tu robicie i dziękuję wam za taki doping. Dziękuję bardzo.
Well, you did it. Well done. Congratulations on third in the world.
Thank you very much. Woo-hoo!
What a smashing bloke. Fully deserved. He's had a couple of Grand Prix wins this season. He's been injury-free and clearly overjoyed to pick up his first World Championship medal. Probably would have had one earlier in his career if he'd stayed out of trouble, but fabulous for Martin Vasilik. Overjoyed with that. Terrific interview there with Scotty Nichols. So, there we see the situation with Martin Vasilik picking up 12 points there. That seals the deal in third place in the championship. Lambert picks up 11 tonight. Jack Holder, disappointment for Jack after coming back from injury, pushing Vasilik all the way. So disappointment for him. There we see the position. Third, Jack Holder looks like he's going to be fourth. Robert Lambert into fifth in the world. Dan Bewley hangs on in sixth place. Jason Doyle in seventh. Leon Madsen with a race to come, of course. He could put paid to that. He could actually move into the top six if he were to win the final. That would be quite a remarkable turnaround, but he does need to win it. With Robert Lambert sitting in fifth place, that will promote Jan Kovac from the Championship Challenge. He will come in to the Grand Prix. So next, the all-important final, the final race of the season. Or will it be? Might not be. It might not be. If Freddie were to win and Bartosz Zmarzlik were to finish in fourth place. So let's move down to Scott Nichols now, where he'll take us through the draw for the all-important final here in Torun.
That all-important final gate draw, Bartosz Zmarzlik straight out of the traps and into gate 1, red. Next up is Freddie Lindgren. Freddie, please select your gate. Freddie Lindgren opts for gate 2 in blue. Next up, Leon Madsen. Leon, please take your gate. Leon Madsen selects gate 4, yellow. And last up, Patrick Dudek. Please take your spot in gate 3 in white.
So there we go then, the final. The big final. Bartosz Zmarzlik, gate number 1, gate number 2 for Freddie Lindgren, gate 3 for Patrick Dudek, and gate 4 for Leon Madsen. If Leon Madsen wins the final, that will put him into the top 6. What a turnaround that is. Back-to-back Grand Prix victories, but he does need to win. Bartosz Zmarzlik, if he were to finish 4th and Freddie Lindgren were to win the final, then there will be a runoff for the World Championship in 2023 here tonight in Torun. If they're just next to each other, if they finish, of course the 6-point lead now is an advantage. Clearly an advantage. Work to be done. Freddie Lindgren is going to need a little bit of good fortune right now.
You would suggest, yeah. everything on this final. Everybody's got something to ride for, of course, none more so than Smarslik and Lindgren going for the championship. But Dudek, we said before this meeting, needed to put himself in the shop window. A win here would certainly do that. Madsen wants to earn his place in the top 6.
Yep, so it's all up for grabs here. What a way to conclude the year. Bartosz Smarslik has won 4 Grand Prix this year and has been in dominant form. This man has just hung tough. The 18 points he pulled back on Smarslik 2 weeks ago has given us this drama in the final here in Torun. Smarslik has done all he can, and Lindgren would not go away. He's just hung in there all through the night. The ride in the semi-final from Lindgren was just outstanding.
What a start.
It was a start of a champion, and you just sense sooner or later this man will pick up his championship. But it's a tall order, but nerves, tense moments, anything can happen. Don't want a mechanical failure now. You know, it really is. If you hit the front, certainly for Bartosz Smarslik or Freddie Lindgren, you'll be listening to the bike. Please keep going. This is drama. This is sporting theatre, everybody. This is what it's all about. The championship on the line. Smarslik with 3 in the bank already. Not many people have won back-to-back championships at Grand Prix level, but both of them are here tonight. Tony Rickardsson and Nicky Pedersen in attendance. I'm sure they're thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, Smarslik and Dudek have both won here, of course. Dudek a little while back in 2017. Smarslik more recently.
Smarslik has won in 2020 and again in 2021. So he's had the feeling. Can he make it a hat-trick of wins here in the Marion Rose Arena tonight? Wouldn't put it past him. But if Freddie Lindgren can produce a start like that and hold Smarslik tight on that first corner, who knows? He might get swallowed up going down the back straight. All sorts of scenarios. Can't wait for this. Feel the tension. Bit nervous now.
It's difficult for Lindgren because, as you say, he wants to stop Smarslik from getting around the inside, but then he makes himself vulnerable from the attack from the outside.
Leon Madsen will be a major threat. He will carry lots of speed off the first corner, and we saw that in the semi-final. And he is quick.
Okay, guys, good luck.
Here we go then. Final time, possibly. But riders coming out on track. The championship up for grabs here. What fabulous scenes we have witnessed tonight, and what a grandstand finish we have here for you in Torun this evening. Round number 10, the final round, really has been a terrific season. We've been all over Europe. Guys have been battling hard. It's been an attritional year. Riders suffering injuries at inopportune moments. Our best wishes to those, particularly Wolfenden Janowski and Anders Thompson, all missing out here at the back end of the year. But that man, is destiny on his side, or will something trip him up? You would suggest not. As I say, he's done it 3 times before. And he's not the sort of man to miss up, but with Freddie Lindgren showing such great determination, particularly in the last couple of rides, he wouldn't put it past him hitting the front here.
Yeah, he's going to want to emulate that start in the semi-final from gate 2. He's done it once. Can he do it again? But he's got to stop Smarslik from getting to the corner, and then he's got to let it run.
Indeed he has. Bartosz Smarslik goes from the inside gate. Gate number 2 in blue is Freddie Lindgren. Gate number 3 in white is Patrick Dudek and Neil Madsen. Off the outside in yellow. You can touch the atmosphere. It is just unbelievable out there. These vital moments as they prepare themselves for this all-important final. Not many people can be world champions. It really is a privileged position to do. Not an easy task. Smarslik's done it 3 times. He is the reigning champion. Freddie Lindgren searching for his first world title. He's been around a long time, Freddie. He's just got better and better. The older he's got, he's a determined character. We've seen it on show once again tonight. Here we go then. Final in Torun. Which way is it going to go now?
No way anybody's going to beat me to the corner. He's actually pulled out 5 or 6 bike lengths before they even get to the end of the first straight. And Freddie didn't make a great start, certainly nowhere near as good as he did in the semi-final. Slams the door shut there on Leon Madsen on the opening lap. But by now, look at the lead that Smarslik's got already. full commitment, riding right out, using every single last little bit of track. I'm sure he would have heard those chains rattling away there, especially towards the end of the race. But a super, super ride. And Freddie Lindgren, again, he only knows one way to battle, battle, battle. He's did it all night long. But it's that man, Zmarzlik, 4-time world champion.
Sounds good, doesn't it? And I'm sure, as I
like
say,
the sound of that.
he will indeed. And it just took a few moments for it to really sink in. He looked a bit stunned when he came off the bike initially, but now it's all beginning to, the frustrations, all the mental processes that he would have been through in the last couple of weeks, the attention to detail on all the equipment. I'm sure the team have put in the overtime in the last 14 days, that's for sure. But,
it's tough on the team too, you know, they're watching a final like that. The World Championship depends on it. They've sorted out the bike, they've lined up the chains, you know, they've done all the work. Yeah. It's tough for them too.
Have I done everything up? It's a bit changed.
Too late then.
Yeah. Joy on the face of Bartosz Zmarzlik, rightly so. What a rider, what a career he's carving out. He's going to go down as one of the greats, you would suggest. Fabulous, fabulous scenes here in Torun. So we can see the results of this round number 10 here in Torun. 20 points for Bartosz Zmarzlik. That's his 5th Grand Prix win of the season. So he's won half the Grand Prix this year. Unbelievable. Freddie Lindgren coming through in 2nd place, Leon Madsen in 3rd, and Patrick Dudek just off the rostrum tonight, but a much better showing from Patrick tonight. He'll be reasonably happy about that. Of course, he would have loved to have got on the rostrum, of course. Martin Vashlik with 12 points tonight. So there we see it. There's an 8-point gap with 158 points to 150, 125 points, just 2 points ahead of Jack Holder, who will be bitterly disappointed with 4th place. So Bartosz Zmarzlik is the champion. He picks up gold here tonight. Freddie Lindgren, it's the first time he's finished 2nd in the championship. He's finished 3rd twice previously, so he's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, he's maturing like a fine wine.
Yeah, he is, 38 years of age, and you sense there's more to come. I say, if he can stay healthy, I do think that he'll be around for some considerable time. The determination, you just see the way he's riding the bike. There's no lack of nerve, is there? Bravery on show for everybody to see. So here we go with the presentation of the evening. Leon Madsen finishing 3rd. He won 2 weeks ago. Tremendous run of form for Leon. Not quite enough, I think, to squeeze into the top 6, but nonetheless another great showing from Leon Madsen. Next up, 2nd in the world, 2nd on the evening, fast Freddie Lindgren. Great performance from him. As I say, not sure he would have got a round of applause if he'd won tonight, but nonetheless,
different reception.
He would have done indeed, but nonetheless, a great showing from Fast Freddie. But now the main man himself, the 4-time World Speedway Champion, SGP World Speedway Champion, Bartosz Zmarzlik has done the business here tonight. What an evening. And as you said, fully deserved.
Absolutely, fully deserved. Winner on the night, winner of his 4th World Championship. What a man.
He has done it in style. And as I say, that's his 5th win of the season. He did that, of course, in 2021, but didn't win the championship that year. It went to Laguta, so he knows how to win Grand Prix, that's for sure. So, trophies coming forward now.
This trophy goes for Leon Madsen.
So Leon Madsen picks up the 3rd place trophy on the evening. Say, in a rich vein of form, he finishes in 3rd tonight, winner in Boyens.
And the 2nd place trophy will be presented by
Mr.
Michał
Sikora, president of the PZM, that is the National Motorcycling Federation. So he comes forward to present Lindgren with the 2nd place trophy. Quite large, isn't it? Quite a handful.
Size of these trophies these days, you need to build a warehouse to put them in.
I was going to say, you've got to have a big extension for them, for your trophy cabinet. And I'm sure those guys have got plenty of them. So coming forward now is Michał Zaleski, the mayor of Torun. A very proud man, of course, to hand over the trophy to his compatriot, Bartosz Zmarzlik. Wow! There are cool scenes with the flames going on behind him. Very impressive indeed. So Sensational scenes here in Torun.
Please be
We will now take the pause for the national anthem of Poland.
Panie i panowie, prosimy wszystkich o powstanie. Wysłuchamy po raz kolejny tego wieczoru Mazurka Dąbrowskiego.
So there we are. As I reflect on this season, Poland have had a wonderful year. They have picked up every gold medal at the Speedway World Championship level. They've won the team, they've won the individuals at both senior and under-21 level. What a season they have enjoyed. It really has been a fabulous season for the nation. And when you've got riders like Bartosz Marzlik, it's going to go on. There's no doubt about that. The questions are going to be asked, who can beat him? And he's won half the rounds. He's been totally dominant. And he's missed a round. You know, that just shows you how strong he's been this year in 2023.
Yeah, it certainly does. And there's a young crop of riders like Jack Holder, Dan Bewley, Robert Lambert. You know, they're coming on strong. So there's a challenge for him in the future.
Let's hope so. Champagne time now. Of course, we have the presentation shortly after this for the top 3 in the world, where Martin Vashlik will be joining them, and the top 6, I think, are lurking around in the background as well. So we'll have confirmed riders. We know that Mikkel Mikkelsen is through as a consequence of winning the European Championship. That's not actually quite uncomfortable when champagne goes in your eyes. It's not.
It wasn't nice of Leon Madsen.
No, Leon obviously being a little spiteful there. He's enjoying himself, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Have some more.
So good to see the lads just having a bit of a celebration up on the rostrum there. Smashing scenes. In a good season, we've had all sorts of tracks to go to. Some better than others. Cardiff was much better this year. But overall, Bartosz Marzlik is, when you consider he's won 5 Grand Prix, he's only actually competed in 9. So he's won 5 out of 9 Grand Prix. Stunning performance.
Yeah, impressive, and it's the second time he's done that. I believe he won 5 in one of his championships before.
We'll hear from Bartek very soon, actually. Scotty Nichols is down on the centre green there waiting for us patiently, and to get the reaction of the new world champion and back-to-back world champion. And just taking a few moments while he gathers himself. I say there is quite a few riders down there. I just wonder whether we're going to see the presentation of all 6 riders that will be qualified for next year as well. Robert Lambert's down there. I can see Dan Bewley as well lurking around. But here comes Bartek now. So let's get down to Scotty Nichols. The world champion is with him.
Yeah, Bartosz Marzlik joins me. Bartosz, winner here in Torun, now 4-time world champion. How difficult has it been for the last 2 weeks mentally since Voyens?
I'm after last season say that a very different gold medal is different, and I feel now really this is different because today first time in my career feeling like must, no only can. I must winning today because this is very important for me because I feel like 5 years my living class after Voyens, and I must doing this now.
Yeah, you had so much pressure coming into tonight, but you dealt with it. You've won the meeting and now 4-time world champion. How good does that feel?
Yeah, the many pressure, but I feel when I be in the before Voyens and 24 points in front, and today also I be in the 6 points in front, and for me so more easy for the head because I'm only say with myself, man, it's easy, 6 points, must focus for your racing, and we'll see what happened after 7 hits.
I know it's such a big night for you. Would you like to say something to your fans in Polish?
Dobry wieczór, Toruń! Powiem to po raz 4, że zawsze gdy tu przyjeżdżam na jakiekolwiek zawody, wchodzę w ten tunel i mocno głęboko patrzę do góry, bo takie wspomnienia jak mam z Torunia, to nie mam prawie znikąd, więc dziękuję wam mocno, gorąco, nie tylko Toruniowi za wsparcie, bo byliście dzisiaj niesamowici, zrobiliśmy to, złoty medal dla Polski. Dziękuję i już dzisiaj mówię, walczymy dalej.
So you have it, 2023 and 4-time world champion Bartosz Marzlik. Well done.
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous, and you could see it has been a tough couple of weeks, there's no question about that, but the way he's done it in grand style, turned it on. Freddie didn't make the start he wanted in the final, that's for sure, didn't quite reproduce what he did in the semi-final, but Zmarzlik, with that all-important win in his semi, got forward. He came out of gate number 1 like a jet propelled. As I suspected, we've got the other riders coming forward now. It's pretty much all of the Grand Prix lineup. It is indeed, just to wave their farewells to the Torun audience here. They battled hard throughout. As I said earlier on, today there's 2 or 3 riders there that aren't here with injuries. Maciej Janowski, Ty Woofenden and Anders Thompson, of course, who they're up there. That's Janowski on crutches, Anders Thompson is there. I'm looking for Ty, but can't quite see him. But nonetheless, they are the gladiators that have entertained us royally throughout the year. Now the top 3 in the world will come forward. We saw an overjoyed Martin Vasilik earlier on to finish 3rd in that semi-final.
What a season he's had too. He won in Prague, effectively his home round is how it feels to him. Won the big one in Cardiff. It's been a fantastic year for him.
Yeah, he has indeed. Just a couple of blips that have cost him the opportunity to push for gold, but nonetheless Martin Vasilik will be chuffed to bits. He said it, his first World Championship for him, and he mentioned his country as well. A very proud man, and of course overjoyed to have managed to finish 3rd in the world this year in 2023. Wouldn't put it past him going better next year. He really is the real deal these days. 2nd place in the world, silver medal for Freddie Lindgren. Getting closer, he's getting ever closer. It's made Zmarzlik work. Real drama here tonight. Freddie just congratulating all the other competitors like Martin did. 2nd place for him.
Congratulations, Freddie!
Great effort, terrific effort. The way he goes about it, he really does have to pull out all the stops on a regular basis. Doesn't always look stunningly quick, but they find a way. But this man now, Bartosz Zmarzlik, the night belongs to him. The season belongs to him, and he has been pretty much unbeatable. Only Artem Boguta has got the better of him in the last 5 seasons. And he has returned to being the world's #1 Speedway rider once again in 2023. What a marvellous achievement it is when you reflect on the fact that he's had 9 opportunities to do it this year, and he's won 5 of them.
Yeah,
amazing, amazing.
Loves those gold suits, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wears them well.
Yeah, he wears them with pride. Fantastic scenes. So, President of the FIM, Jorge Viegas, comes forward now to present Martin with his bronze medal. Fabulous moment for him. As I say, I think there's more to come from Martin. Absolutely. You know, when he gets in position to do it, he often does. Silver for Freddie. Proud moment for him. Sweden wait for the world champion again. Tony Rickardson, of course, was their last world champion, but Freddie is inching closer. But this man, what a moment for him. Really has been quite a traumatic period of time in his life, let alone his racing career. You know, all the sorts of thoughts that must have been going through his mind when they left Voyens, when they had to leave early, but what a way he's responded to that. Really has been a fabulous way to come out and prove everybody that he is the best rider in the world. So Jean-Baptiste Lay coming forward now, the Motorsport Series leader of WBD. Joint presentation between the rights holder and the FIM to the world champion, the World Championship trophy. Fantastic. Doesn't get any better than that, and that's what it's all about. Superb scenes, and for the 3rd time this evening we will hear the national anthem of Poland.
Po raz 3 tego wieczoru wysłuchamy Mazurka Dąbrowskiego.
On singing all night long. This crowd, proud nation, with a proud man stood on top of the rostrum again. Fantastic scenes. And I reiterate, what a season it's been for Polish Speedway. They've picked up every gold medal available. And the SGP2, both the Speedway of Nations and the individual gold medals there. On the return of the Speedway World Cup, they won that in Wrocław, right down to the last heat, and they have won the individual gold with Smarslik once again. As I say, that is dominance. That is a powerhouse performance, and Poland are in the driving seat right now. And with a man like Smarslik leading the way, you've got to believe that they are going to remain so for the foreseeable future.
There goes the champagne. I tell you what, it's interesting, his interview, Bartosz Smarslik. Of course, the 3 previous championships he's won, there's always been joy in his face. Of course there is. This time there was joy, but there was a little bit of relief as well. Hearing him say he must win this one is interesting.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think probably deep down a bit of a fact that he felt aggrieved about what happened 2 weeks ago, and of course all those emotions would have been coming out as well, but nonetheless he showed what sort of man he is by producing the business tonight. So we will have the fireworks, of course, the customary fireworks at the conclusion of the racing has finished and all the presentations, so the lights dim while we watch the fireworks.
And the rest of the riders will celebrate the fireworks session, especially for you.
Coś jeszcze na sam koniec dla Państwa i
the lights have been turned down and we can enjoy the fireworks here in Torun, which should be pretty spectacular. If they can live up to the racing, and fair play to the fireworks men.
Coś wyjątkowego na koniec tegorocznego cyklu Speedway Grand Prix.
Bawcie się dobrze! Congratulations to the medalists of this season!
Fabulous scenes here in Torun. What a season it's been. Thanks ever so much for joining us. I do hope that you enjoyed it as much as Chris and I have. It's been a great campaign. And Chris, sum up your thoughts about Bartosz Smarslik winning the World Championship for the 4th time.
Impressive, I have to say. He was under pressure, he handled it extremely well. He was professional in the lead up to the meeting and he fully deserved to be a 4-time world champion. I've got to say the fireworks were great, but not as great as the 16 riders still on that podium. They've entertained us all year long. A couple of new faces in 24, looking forward to it already.
Yeah, likewise. Fantastic scenes. As I say, I reiterate, thanks very much for being part and parcel of the show. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's been thrilling stuff, going down to the final race in the final round. Don't get much better than that. Real sporting theatre here in Torun. We look forward to next year, of course. Many decisions, many things will happen, but spring next year it will all start again and the excitement will return in SGP World Championship Speedway. Fantastic times. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a privilege to be up here to witness such fantastic scenes, particularly here in Torun this evening. A fitting way to end the World Championship. So Bartosz Marslik, the world champion, and leading from the front once again. Fantastic times. So
now we are waiting for the team, family, friends and sponsors, pictures of Bartosz Marslik.
Thanks very much indeed for joining us. We will see you next season in 2024.
After that, going to be the celebration time.
Oh, how about a spark of inspiration? Oops! Let's get this thing rolling. Ta-da! Try that on for size. Yeah! Level up in Forge of Empires. Play now for free at FOE.tv or download the app.
You've been dreaming about pushing your limits? Visit Croatia. Bring your courage. Adrenaline is on us. Croatia, full of life.
Build a plan and make it yours with 3 Your Way. Pick our unlimited SIM value plan for only £24 a month for the first 12 months and enjoy unmissable extras like 28 days of worldwide roaming. Now that's big value from a big network. Search 3 or head in store to switch now.
Torun has delivered, Speedway has delivered, and Greg Hancock, Bartosz Marslik has delivered for a 4th time in 5 years.
Absolutely, and how shocked are we? Not at all, right? I mean, this guy's just, he's a machine, he really is, and hats off to him, congratulations. I'm an envy, and he's equaled me now, but I think he's going to take more of that.
Damn it.
I know.
Well, look, he was exceptional. We were saying earlier, Greg, that he looked nervous and he looked like he had the weight of, the nation on his shoulders. And he did say in his final interview with Scotty Nichols that there's an element of relief that he's experiencing, and that's understandable considering the last 2 weeks he must have had.
Yeah, absolutely. The relief as well as the must. And he said, I must win this. After what happened last time, it's not about wanting, I must. He feels probably he made a massive mistake there, whatever happened. He wanted to fix it. He wanted to win in front of his home fans, but he wanted to win more for himself than anything. And the man's unstoppable. He's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Well, another gentleman who has been so impressive this year. Congratulations, Dak. You have really shown such heroics, and I know that you would want that medal, but when you think your debut season last year, you finished 12th, you were in the fight for bronze right up until that very last moment.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. I'm really disappointed at the moment, but next couple of days I might be happy about it. But yeah, as you said, it was good. I just really wanted that medal, man. I put myself through the ringer to get back. Hey ho.
You deserve a medal. You deserve a gold medal for what you just did. We feel for you, dude. You're gonna come back bigger than ever, and all I can say is the rest of your competition, they better watch out next time because you're amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Jack, I know that there's somewhat of a disappointment. We understand that, but have you even impressed yourself with what you've done this season, the consistency, 5 podiums, but also the resilience that you've showed?
Yes and no. I know I'm capable of doing it. I put in the work in the off season, and last year I wanted to do what I'm doing this year. I expected too much, but it's tough. It's tough out there. It's the best 16 in the world. So last year was learning. This year was better. next year with 2 arms, look out.
Next year you'll have a medal, we're sure about that. Jack, congratulations from all of us. You've been brilliant, and I hope in a few days you realise that.
Yeah, me too.
Jack, thank you. Let's head over to Scott Nichols now. He's with Leon Madsen.
Yeah, thanks, Abby. I'm with another happy camper, Leon Madsen. Leon, third on the night, but I think more importantly, that top 5, mentally, that must be a huge boost so you don't have to get the wild card.
Yeah, it's always nice to do the job by yourself, and I said that before Vojens, to climb the ladder and get back into top 6, I needed 2 very good meetings, and I managed to do that, winning in Vojens, and came third tonight. So I'm very happy about that, and that guy, Brian Cargo, he was helping a lot in the pit today, so a big thanks to him as well. Yeah, like I said before, we're back to my old setup on the engines, and it's looking for sure much better now, and we're going to take that forward.
I take you're going to start on that next year now.
You can bet on that. So it's nice to finish off the season like that, and know we have the equipment what's working now when we start the new season. So a good winter break. We're looking forward to that and regroup and then come back stronger next year. Hopefully be back in the top and fight for the World Championship again.
Definitely so. It's a tough start of the year, but obviously you've clawed your way back in on merit, so you must take a lot of confidence from that, and good luck for next year.
Yeah, when you start winning, and then obviously you gain the confidence, and but also when you feel the bike underneath you is fast, that also helps on your confidence, and I've been feeling like that the last few meetings, so I'm very happy, and yeah. It's been a good finish to the season.
Thanks, mate. Happy to talk to a happy Leon Madsen. Back to you, Abby, and see where everybody has finished up.
Scott, thank you. Well, this is the championship standings after 10 rounds. It was, of course, Bartosz Marslik who led the way, an incredible final. And he takes his 4th world title in 5 years. Freddie Lindgren takes silver, his best ever career finish. The same for Martin Vasilik, who goes away with bronze medal. Jack Holder just 2 points behind in 4th. No wonder he's feeling the disappointment currently. Leon Madsen up to 5th. Robert Lambert into 6th. So the final, Greg, we were thinking there were so many permutations, there was a chance for a runoff, but for Bartosz Marslik to make that kind of start under these kinds of pressure is really, again, just shows the measure of a world champion.
Absolutely, and for all the talk we had before this race started, the appearance, the mood, everything about him looked like, is this going to be a confidence or is this going to be like a full concern? But I don't think that there was any concern whatsoever. He was so determined. He nailed it. He surprised everybody, but at the same time, like, you know, what can you say? You don't want to be his competition, and never underestimate that look.
No, absolutely. I mean, we're watching the final, but actually he was like that from the first heat as well. I don't know, he had a few moments during the meeting, but any of the nerves, he just put them to bed on the track, didn't he? And it is just amazing to watch now and seeing how much it means to him and his team, but wonderful celebrations.
Yeah, for sure. He deserves that. His team deserve it. I mean, that was a tough one, what happened in Vojens, and he came back so strong. The guy's amazing. All you can do as a competitor is sit back and watch and learn and try to pick up whatever you can. But at the same time, a lot of these guys like Jack Holder, they're going to go home, and of course Freddie and Martin, they're going home with a whole new mind, a whole new concept, a lot of work in the winter months, and it's going to be an amazing, seriously awesome series again next year.
Yeah, you're right, because it'll just keep breeding confidence. And Freddie Lindgren, it was very fitting. You had Bartosz and Freddie, first and second in the world, first and second in the final as well.
Yeah, it just says it all right there. I mean, for this whole event to come down to the semifinals and the finals, you couldn't have written this script more perfectly. And you know, Bartosz to finish the way he did. Again, I take my hat off to that guy, and you know, I watch and learn with envy.
I know. Everyone does, I think.
Oh, for sure.
But for Jack Holder, who we spoke to, of course, but Martin Vasilik as well. I mean, the fact that bronze medal battle went to the semi-finals.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you can imagine that Martin seeing where Jack finishing last in that semifinal, he knew I need to be third or better no matter what. He probably wanted to be in the final without a doubt, but getting that third place, fighting for every last inch of the racetrack, he got what he wanted, and you know, the first Slovakian to ever get a medal in this game. He's probably got a few tears of joy right now.
It's one of those nights where so many people, so many of the riders will be absolutely delighted. And we are seeing Lindgren at the moment with his wife Carolina as well, and we'll hopefully get a word with him as well. A really nice guy, just quietly goes about his business, but a real family unit, a tight unit. He's got his wife and his daughter, actually got a photograph of them on the back of his helmet. But yeah, as I was mentioning, Greg, so many riders will be going away sort of delighted tonight. Hopefully Luke Becker as well, what he did on the track.
Without a doubt. I've lost my voice a little bit too. There was 1 or 2 heats there when he was ahead of Schmarzlik too. I was like, wow, crazy. So I mean, it makes you feel really good, to have an American in the series just for one night. That kid's got a bundle of information to take home, and after one heat, he said, I've never had to shut the throttle off so many times, not to get hit or not to run into somebody. But anyway, all of these guys have got a wealth of knowledge again tonight and this year, and next year is going to be incredible. I'm already excited about it. I think of myself as a racer still. What would I do to start preparing for next year? And I'm not even doing it.
What would you do to see if you could take it to Bartov if you were going to put your Kevlars and helmet back on?
I'd be back on the bike tomorrow for sure. I'd be going, what am I? Yes, I'd be thinking like, I learned a lot again tonight. I just need to finish the season off with a couple of more little small test sessions, but I really want to put myself to another test. What can I do a little bit different and be better than him and be smarter, not harder?
Yeah. Well, we mentioned the sort of the exultation that some of them must be feeling, but the disappointment of people like Dan Bewley, who finishes out the top 6.
Yeah, this is quite a shock, and obviously it creates quite a concern for wild card positions and things like that, and what they'll do with the future of making decisions on the qualification system. I know there's lots of talk about things they want to do, so let's see what happens. It's I wouldn't want to be in that jury trying to decide who's going to get these spots, but there's a lot of guys there. There's Janowski, there's Dudek. I mean, the list is long. Who do you choose? Who do you get the opportunity to? And we will see.
And they don't have long to choose, do they? They make the announcement tomorrow.
Yeah, so you can imagine, you see them sitting around the table already scratching their heads going, maybe they had an idea what they were going to do, but after this result, what do you do? It's going to be,
Well, let's bring up some more stats as we look at the all-time record of SGP wins. And there we go. So yes, you mentioned it, but he's equaling your record there, Bartosz Schmarzlik and Greg Hancock, and he goes into the history books as well with 2 consecutive back-to-back wins, joining the likes of Tony Rickardsson there.
Yes, we can talk about him all night, right? I mean, it's just this guy just continues to raise the bar for everybody, and all of us are sitting back now just going, equaling my record already or my number of world titles is amazing, but he is really going to set the bar high, and I think that he has the ability to go more than 6 without a doubt, but there's quite a few guys now that are determined to try to stop him from doing that, so we will see.
He actually equals Jason Crump's 23 SGP wins as well. I just thought I'd pull that one out of the bag.
Wow. Again, he's raising the bar. He's just, you got to be really, really hungry to beat this guy. All these guys are hungry, but he's just that much more. He's a tiger.
Greg, your final thoughts then of the whole 2023 season?
I can't believe that we're having this conversation right now. It's been so exciting, and you think you've got it all figured out. I've made a lot of predictions throughout the year that have been completely wrong. Got a few right too, but that's the beauty of such a great group of riders. These guys are all so good. They're pushing each other. I was proud to be a part of this with you and the whole crew, and it's been a new race for me, and I've really, really enjoyed it.
Well, Greg, thank you so much for your company. Thank you for your company at home. Torun has just produced Speedway Theatre tonight, and it's very fitting in front of this incredible crowd that it's Bartosz Schmarzlik who takes the final bow.